Today I've been invited down to Quicksilver UK, and as the exhaust expert I feel like I've done that name a little bit of a disservice at the fact that I've brought an EV down to an exhaust manufacturer. That is not taking anything away from this, a 2022 Cupra-born e-boost that I've been dailying for the last 5 days and putting a number of miles on. I've got a newfound confidence in EVs from my European road trip that this, with 100% charge, can get me over 320 miles. And I have to say, the looks are a little bit quirky. The best way that I can describe this car, it's quirky. But we're not here to talk about that because we are here at Quicksilver and the Quicksilver Technology Centre, where just over there, the other side of this van, is an 812 Superfast and a brand new G-Series M4 competition. Moving over to the Quicksilver Technology Centre, and we have the car that we're going to be featuring today. This is an M4 competition with a load of carbon, a beautiful wrap, these bronze satin wheels as well, and the all-important Quicksilver exhaust that has a fully custom carbon rear diffuser. Dan, would you like to come over, get in the vlog, and talk to me a little bit about the BMW?
How you doing, mate? You alright?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. All good.
Come on, let's ignore the V12 to begin with.
Come on, later on then.
So Dan is the owner of the M4, and you are here today to take me out in it, to experience the car, but talk a little bit more in detail about the exhaust. So should we start at the back? Because
absolutely.
I've seen a couple of these exhausts, but from a standard BMW. Is that the M Performance exhaust system?
That's right, yeah. So kind of what we've done here with Quicksilver is we've created our own sort of version of the M Performance style exhaust and diffuser. So this was, it is a full collaboration between ourselves and Quicksilver.
Ourselves being
Carbon Works. So I should mention that. Sorry. So yes, it's a collaboration that started on this particular car sort of back end of last year. We went to Quicksilver with this idea and saying, look, no one at the moment is producing anything like this. The standard M Performance, which can come from BMW like that, it doesn't make anyone really that excited. It's not that good of an exhaust in the way that it just doesn't sound that good. So why don't we create something a little bit different and make it sound like it should?
You showed me something just as I turned up about the active valve control and the sound architecture from Quicksilver.
Yes, absolutely. So obviously this is a sound architect system that Quicksilver themselves have produced. They've developed this all in-house. Obviously it's all made in the UK as well. And what you have is a few different chambers on this exhaust. So some are silent, which give you effectively an OEM style driving and noise level. And the two center ones, just these, that is the ones that are valve, so we can open and close them on the Sound Architect app. Even though the car's not running, we can actually still control this. So press the button, opens and closes.
Woo! That is beefy. That's the only way I can describe it. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not sure what they're going to be able to hear because I'm raising my voice right by the microphone. But it's really beefy. It's a really muscular tone that I really, really like.
Yeah, it's almost got like a bit of V8 note to it a little bit, which is hard to get from a 6-cylinder. But yeah, on cold start, it sounds mean.
So there we go. That's it on idle with the valves open.
Yeah.
Now if you shut the valves,
fire it up.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. It's a big tone difference.
Yeah. Can't quite think of a better way to start this drive with a tunnel run. Oh yes. Oh, you can hear the turbos up there. Oh yeah. We've heard it in a tunnel, we've heard it on flybys, we've actually found a little underpass to get some revs and a bit of an acceleration. And we're now in the car with Dan as we make our way back to Quicksilver, which thankfully involves roads like this. And this car munches tarmac. I'm gonna put the window up a little bit. Actually, yeah, just to about there. The one thing that I've noticed with this exhaust system, because it's just back box, right? It's got the sound architecture and it's the back box, but it's not fiddling around with the cats.
So you've got a couple options with this system. So this particular one has the GPFs removed.
Okay.
So it's still got the primary cats.
Yeah.
So it's still pass emissions, and some terminator connectors are installed with that. So it means, as you can see, we've got no issues on the dash, and it's not remapped.
Okay, cool.
So it gives us that option to get that sound without having to remount the car.
The perfect balance, which gives us this tasteful sound. It's what we were talking about. It's not just popping and banging like machine gun fire. It's a tasteful sound that just unleashes the authentic sound of the engine.
Absolutely, that's it. It's about trying to tune the car noise-wise for what is the car. You're not going to make this sound like a supercar at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So trying to make it sound aggressive and sporty without being too much is, kind of what the guys were doing and aiming for. And there's different options for different people. You can just do a back box only.
Yeah.
Or a GPF back effectively. So there's a couple of options depending on how far you want to go.
This exhaust, honestly, is spot on. It is not too aggressive. It's not obnoxious, but you've got, I don't know whether the camera's going to be able to pick up just the burbles when you let off, which are going to be sounding really, really nice from behind. Inside, it's the perfect balance. It's not too intrusive, with the windows up, with the valves off just from the phone app. I have to say, tick, tick, tick. I'm going to give this 4 stars out of 5. It's not quite a Lamborghini or an 812, which we can go back and listen to. Yeah. That's going to be a bit more aggressive, but because of the engine, you're never going to get a naturally aspirated V10, V8 or V12 sound. So 4.5 actually, because I think the tone and through the tunnel, it was epic. But Dad, thank you very much for introducing me to your car and also to Quicksilver for letting me listen to this, because it is a monster. But back to Quicksilver, where I'm going to try and nick the keys to the 812 so that we can listen to that before we go all together. From the BMW M4 to the 812 Superfast. Start her up, Paul. That van couldn't have started up at a worse time. Temperature in, thumbs up. Oh my God. Ah, that is what you call unleashing the V12 properly. I'm going to do my best. And ending the video there, whilst the 812 is revving. We had some fun with the M4 competition. These guys at Quicksilver have got some amazing stuff coming soon, and there is definitely more to come on the Supercars of London channel. Maybe a few more exhaust experts. Definitely having a go in that. I will see you soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.